Live from beautiful Romeoville, Illinois at Camlin High Sports, it's college hockey. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Lewis University Television Network. My name is Logan Kapp. We are here today at Camlin for the series between the Lewis Flyers and the Marquette Golden Eagles. We are in for a good one here today. The Flyers last weekend were on the road. They were at the Edge in Bensville. We actually were able to broadcast those games over the radio on 88.1 WLRA. But if you're not able to tune in, they won that first game, on Friday, and then on Saturday they ended up losing that one. The Marquette Golden Eagles, however, are coming to Romeoville here today on a 4-game losing streak. So they're going to look to be breaking that against the Lewis Flyers here today. For the Flyers, though, we have a couple keys to the games that we can go ahead and take a look at. These will be very important, instrumental, in fact, for the Lewis Flyers in order to achieve success against the Golden Eagles here today. First thing, this is the last homestand of this calendar year. They were on the road last week. It'll be really important for them to be able to bounce back, use this home crowd, use some of the hometown energy, and really use that to their advantage. Like I said, on the road last week, didn't really have that. It wasn't too far away, though, so we had a couple of traveling fans, but it'll be important to use that hometown energy here today. Last weekend, they lost, as I said, so key number 2 is to bounce back from that loss on Saturday. They won on Friday. Did not play as well on Saturday. It went down early. They want to bounce back from that. As I said, Marquette also looking to bounce back from a couple losses in a row. So both teams looking to find something really important here today, which is that all-important W in the win column. The last thing and most important thing, as always, Lewis Flyers have to stay out of the penalty box. It's something that the Flyers have struggled with all season long. The Flyers have not been able to stay out of the penalty box. They basically shot themselves in the foot a couple times. It seems almost every time that we see them here at Camlin, they kind of do that. So we're looking for them to stay out of the penalty box here today. They've got to play 5-on-5 hockey. They have to play even and be able to play disciplined hockey. This is a big game for Flyers here today. The entire Flyers, I felt, played very well last weekend in Roosevelt. It'll be important that they utilize their whole lineup here today. However, we can take a look at a specific player in the Flyers lineup that I think is going to be someone to watch. That's number 46 in white, Tyler Kramer. And he's why. You got a live look at him right now. Kramer has 5 goals and 7 assists on the season so far with the Lewis Flyers. He's a dominant force on the ice and really likes to get in those gritty situations. That's what he seems to be really good at. He has to be careful, though, to play nice and disciplined, stay out of the penalty box. He has a tendency to kind of put the Flyers down shorthanded. We want to see him avoid that as much as possible here today. I think the Flyers will do very well at that today. Like I said, playing very disciplined with Tyler Kramer. He's the player to watch. I said his name a lot last weekend. If you're able to tune into that. But 46 in white, he's the guy to watch for the Lewis Flyers here today. It's important that everyone in the Flyers is able to contribute as well. I think the entire lineup played an overall good game last weekend at Roosevelt. They were utilizing all 4 lines, keeping them rolling. Head coach Mark Marfeets likes to utilize that whole lineup. They have to continue to do that here today, and I think they will. They've done a great job of that all season long here at Camlin. We'll look to see that continue here today, as we just had the lights turn on here in Camlin. Nice and bright. We're going to play under the bright lights here today. Love to see that. But we're playing against the Marquette Golden Eagles. They have a whole lineup as well as the Lewis Flyers. But their player to watch is number 8, Patrick Sweeney. He is the guy to watch on the Marquette Golden Eagles. You got a live look at him right now during warm-ups. Sweeney has 8 goals and 13 assists for a total of 21 points on the season so far. He had 1 goal in their most recent loss to Illinois State University last weekend. So again, he's going to be looking for some retribution against the Flyers here today to bounce back from that loss against ISU last weekend. Patrick Sweeney, number 8 in blue. He's wearing the blue jersey. Like I said, you had a live look at him right there. But it'll be an interesting one against the Flyers here today. The teams continue to warm up right behind me as we're standing right on the bench live during warm-ups. Love to see that. We'll be back with National Anthem starting lineups in just a couple minutes. You're watching Flyers hockey right here on the Lewis University Television Network. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Lewis University Television Network, your home for Flyers hockey this 2022 season. We're already playing in the final home game of the 2022 calendar years. The Marquette Golden Eagles have a shot at number 8, Patrick Sweeney. I'm Logan Kapp. I'm here to take you through this game here today. As, I don't know if you missed the open, the Flyers are coming off a one-game losing streak. They lost the game last Saturday to the Roosevelt Lakers over at the Edge in Bensonville. Excuse me, that was 2 weeks ago. Last week they were off, of course, for Thanksgiving. But they have a shot right there. A big right pad save from Mike Fisher. Starting goalies today for the game, number 50 in white, Mike Fisher starting in net for the Lewis Flyers. And it looks like Tucker Stepan is in net for the Marquette Golden Eagles. That one is kept in on the point. They try a shot. That's just wide of the net. It's found by Hawkinson, who tries to get it out, but it's kept in by Meanger on the blue line. Marquette has it in the far side corner. It's Jablonski right there. They poke it down low. Helm pokes it back to Jablonski, and they send it around the net. Here's Berger. Sends it back in the far side corner. They battle with Logan Pickens, who eventually comes away with the puck. He's closed off, though, on the Golden Eagles. Get it back. Berger tries a centering pass, and that one's blocked out in front by Brian Gutt. Here comes Scotty Ernstine back into the Golden Eagles zone, far side. He is closed off there by Harold. He's eventually put flat on his wallet, Brian Gutt is, by Harold. And the Flyers force that one down behind the net. Continued around, though, by Harold into the near side corner, where it's sent rink wide by Berger, and here come the Golden Eagles back the other way. They will end up dumping that one in. That's number 15, Humke. And they battle, Robertson battles with him around behind the net. Morrow tried to clear it all the way around, but it hit the referee, and the Golden Eagles are able to keep it in. An excellent stick from number 68, Chet Baker there. Forces that turnover, and the Flyers are able to backhand that one out. All the way back to Wyatt Dodson in his own zone. He will send it around his net. Here's McKenna on the near side. Couldn't handle it. So Flyers are able to force that one back down low, but eventually they force it out. Ryan gets it up. Here comes Gowdy into the zone. He's taken down by Jack Reedy. And that allows Robertson to almost get the puck. He turns over to Ryan, who can't quite get a shot. The Flyers have it back. Here's Morrow. Forces that one out of the zone. It's continued along by Aiden McGuire, and they will come off for a line change. Here's McKenna. He gets it up into the neutral zone to number 46, Tyler Kramer. If you caught the open, Tyler Kramer, number 46 in white, is the player to watch for the Lewis Flyers. Someone to keep an eye on as the Golden Eagles bring the puck back into the Flyers zone. Here's Moyne, turns it over to Scotty Ernstine, who will skate it out of the zone with speed into the Golden Eagles end. Ernstine has it, tries a shot. Just misses wide. It's kept it on the point by Kramer. Kicked ahead. And that's able to be skated out. Here come the Golden Eagles. Ibrahim tries a shot at the top of the circle. Rebound is found by Smith. And the Golden Eagles could not hammer that one past Mike Fisher. So we'll see a face-off in the Flyers' end of the ice. 16:27 left to go in this first period. Face-off coming up to the right-hand side of Mike Fisher in the near side face-off dot in the Flyers zone. Be interesting to see if the Flyers are able to bounce back. They lost that game last weekend against Roosevelt on Saturday. The Golden Eagles on a 4-game losing streak themselves, so both teams looking to turn the momentum around a little bit in this Friday night tilt as Gavin Hawkinson tries a shot, but that's blocked by a stick out in front of Tucker Stepan, and that goes up in the protective netting, so we'll see a face-off now in the Golden Eagles' end of the ice. 16:12 left to go in this first period. Matt Morrow out there to take this face-off. It's won by the Golden Eagles, and they send it rink wide, trying to find number 16, Henry Mansky, on the far side, but the Flyers are able to force a turnover. Petrovic couldn't quite stick it out. Turn it over to Sweeney, who tries a shot, and he scores. Not even 5 minutes into this hockey game. Golden Eagles are ahead by 1 goal. Number 8, Patrick Sweeney. player to watch for the Golden Eagles, opens the scoring for them. He had a game in their last game. That was a loss against Illinois State University. The Golden Eagles are now ahead by 1 goal to start this one off. Again, that was number 8, Patrick Sweeney, who put that one past Fisher for the win, for the goal, excuse me, as they keep it in. It's down behind the net now. Morefoot couldn't get it, and they try a shot from the side of the net, but Mike Fisher fights that one off. Flyers are able to force that one out. It's found by Ernsting, but he couldn't quite skate it into the zone. And so the Flyers have it now behind the net. It's pinned up against the boards there by Meniger. And the Golden Eagles will come away with the puck. Helm pokes it around Hawkinson, and they're in 2-on-1. Here's Berger. He's got Helm with him, tries a shot right in the breadbasket of Mike Fisher, who will hold on to see a face-off in his defensive zone. 15:07 left to go in this first period. As it seems that we're having some sort of technical difficulty here as we look to get this sorted out. Play is looking to continue. They battle for it in the near side corner. Flyers do. Eventually they will skate it out. Matt Morrow's got it. He skates it up into the Golden Eagles zone, where he shoots it on goal, and it's found by Tucker Stepan, and he will hold on for a defensive zone face-off. 14:42 left to go in this first period. Flyers down 1-0 as we look to get the scoreboard back up on to the stream here as the Golden Eagles take that one out. Matt Morrow gets that one back. The Flyers will reset in their own zone. They turn over just outside their blue line. Matt Morrow pokes it ahead, gets it out eventually, and it's found by the Golden Eagles. Here's McKenna. They send it into the Flyers zone. It's found by Robertson, who goes rink wide over to Dacre, who will send it off the glass and out to Jack Selman, who's standing on the Golden Eagles blue line. Golden Eagles have it in their own zone now. They send it up. Here comes Ibrahim into the Flyer zone. It was almost hip checked there by Petrovic, and that allowed Ibrahim to skate by, but he fell down on the play, so the Flyers are able to force that turnover. Flyers have it. It's close off there. That's Hawkinson in the far side corner, and that one will trickle over to Stepan, who will cover up. 13:35 left to go in this first period. Flyers down 1-0. Looks like we got those technical difficulties sorted out. So we will see a face-off in the Golden Eagles end of the ice. It's won by them. Meniger will send it across. Here come the Golden Eagles into the Flyers zone. They try a shot at the top of the circle. That one's waffle boarded aside by Mike Fisher. And it's sent down behind him. Eventually, Petrovic will find it. He tries to find Reedy in the middle, but that was a very hard pass for Reedy to find. And so the Golden Eagles will bring it back the other way. Here's Patrick Sweeney into the zone. Leaves it. They try a shot. And number 9, Chase Brazelin, will go upstairs on Mike Fisher to extend their lead to 2 goals with 13:03 left to go in this first period. Flyers are now down by 2. Again, Sweeney out there, the huge offensive contributor for the Golden Eagles, gets an assist on that goal right there. He had the first goal for the Golden Eagles. So he's got a 2-point game thus far, and the Flyers are down by 2 early. See if they're able to bounce back quickly, as it looks like they were just trying to get the correct number of skaters on the ice, and we're back playing again. Flyers will win that face-off. Ligas turns it over. Here comes Brazelin into the zone, walks around Pickens, tries a centering pass, and that could not be found. Golden Eagles retain it. Here's Harold tries to keep it in, but couldn't quite do so. It will come back to him, though. Harold sends it up to Brazelin, who goes rink wide over to Sweeney. And he will turn around in the neutral zone. He's pressured by Aiden McGuire. And the Golden Eagles are forced back into their own zone behind the net. Here's Meeniger. Turns it around in the Golden Eagles end of the ice, and they will start their breakout. Here they come into the Flyers zone. The Flyers are able to force a turnover, though, and the Golden Eagles take it behind the net. Here's Breslin. Sends it behind the net over to Helm on the near side. They send it up to the point. Here's Humke, tries a shot, patted aside by Mike Fisher. And Morefoot will skate it out. Gets it to Morrow, who will send it up to Selman, who is stopped in his tracks there by Jablonski. The Golden Eagles will bring it back into the Flyers zone. Golden Eagles have iced the puck, so we will see a face-off now in the Golden Eagles end of the ice with 11 minutes and 38 seconds left to go in this first period. Flyers down 2-0 early, not even halfway through this first period. Flyers need to look to respond quickly. As they try a backhand shot, it's deflected out in front by Ernsting. Another shot is staved by Stepan. Ernsting tries a shot well high and wide of the net. Rebound found by Selman, who will send it around. They try a centering pass that is Ligas, but they could not get it, and the Golden Eagles will bring it back around. Here's Humke. He's into the Flyer zone. Pass it across. One-time shot is patted aside by Mike Fisher. Golden Eagles point shot blocked by a stick of Scotty Ernsting. That one deflects up into the protected netting, so we will see a face-off on the Flyers end of the ice with 11 minutes and 6 seconds left to go. Flyers doing their best to keep their composure. They're already down 2. Look to respond before this first intermission. Don't want to let the Golden Eagles run away with it too much as they win that face-off. Here's Brian Gutt. He sends it into the Golden Eagles zone, where it's received by McKenna behind the net. Flyers forced that turnover. Centering pass went right through the blue paint. That one's able to be cleared aside. Here's Petrovic. He sends it back into the Golden Eagles zone, or at least attempts to, but he sends it directly into the Golden Eagles bench. So we will see a face-off in the neutral zone now with 10 minutes and 42 seconds left to go in this first period. Flyers down by 2 goals. They lose that face-off. Flyers do, and the Golden Eagles will bring it back in. Here comes Ryan. Turns it over to Morrow, who will skate it out of the zone with speed. He's in 2-on-1. He's got Hawkinson with him. Matt Morrow, shot off the left post. And this game remains a 2-goal game. Here come the Golden Eagles back the other way. They stop, wait for their teammates to catch up, and he will send it around the net to Gowdy on the far side. Tries to continue it onto the point, but the stick of Aiden McGuire was there, and he will eventually get that puck. McGuire sends it up into the neutral zone. It's found, though, by Gowdy, and he will send it back, and that allows the Golden Eagles to reset on the breakout. Hawkinson chips it up. Ernsting does anyway, and they will continue it into the Golden Eagles end of the ice, but it was blocked, and McGuire eventually almost gets it back anyway, and that will go back to the defense of the Lewis Flyers in their own zone. 9:40 left to go in this first period. The Golden Eagles bring it back in the other way. Mahone tries a shot. I think it went off the side of the net there, and that rebound is found by Ernsting. Here he comes, Ernsting. Could not get around the stick of Chris Denowith, and so he will send it back into the Flyers zone. Here's Tyler Kramer, player to watch for the Lewis Flyers. Tries a shot as he enters the zone and was just high of the net. Kramer, big hit in the far side corner. Again, Kramer just trying to change the momentum for the Flyers, as he does with his physical play as the Flyers try a centering pass, but they could not find anyone. That allows Harold to almost get it out, but it's kept in by Ernsting on the point. Morefoot will send it back into the near side corner. Stepan comes out to play it behind the net. Almost turns it over to Ligas there. Ligas doing an excellent job on the forecheck. Again, trying to force any sort of offensive opportunities for his team as Morrow will bring it back in. Here's Matt Morrow, is fought off there by Henry Mansky. An excellent back check prevents an opportunity for Matt Morrow on that one. Flyers turn it over. Here's Patrick Sweeney in his own zone. He will go skate it and pass it to Breslin on the near side, who tries to give it back to Sweeney, but Breslin's able to keep that one in. Sweeney has it, tries to center it down low, but that is found by Robertson, who will backhand that one all the way out. All the way down for an icing call. With 8:02 left to go, first period, the Flyers are now down by 2 goals, courtesy of Sweeney and Breslin. Apart from those 2 mistakes that the Flyers have made to allow those goals, they really have not been playing that off kilter. They've had a couple offensive opportunities. They were just caught a couple unlucky breaks early in this hockey game. They're looking to turn things around before this first intermission, as they can't get it out there. Berger turns it back over to Brian Gutt in the far side corner. Gutt gets it out, and he's hit hard there. Brian Gutt was by number 2, Mike Helm. That allows the Golden Eagles to bring it back in. Here's Jablonski, tries to walk around Kramer, but he lost his handle on it, and that allows Kramer to send it up the near side. Morrow pokes that one out of his own zone, right to the defenseman, who is missing from my roster right here, of the Golden Eagles, who sends it back in. Gutt rings it around his own net. He's hit hard there by Helm. Again, Helm playing physical early here in this one. The Golden Eagles have done excellently playing on the physical side of the puck so far, as they force turnover in the Flyers zone. Kramer throwing the body around a little bit. It looks like someone is down in the near side. That looks like it is Nolan Gowdy of the Golden Eagles. He's back up, though, and skating into his own zone. Gowdy gets that one out. Finds Reedy. Reedy will just send that one into the far side corner. Stepan comes out to play it. Continues it around the net to the near side. And they play catch with it a little bit behind the net. Eventually Kavanaugh will get it and send it out. Excuse me, that was McKenna, not Kavanaugh. Golden Eagles get that one into the Flyers zone. Warfoot sends it to Reedy on the hash marks, trying to set up some sort of breakout here. As Pickens couldn't find McGuire on that outlet pass. The Flyers eventually able to tighten that one up. McGuire's hit hard there by number 10, Joey Mahone. And the Golden Eagles will try to bring it back. It's gloved almost down there by Michael Ligas, and here come the Golden Eagles back the other way. Mansky's into the zone, tries a shot, finds the shin pad of Tyler Morefoot. That allows Logan Pickens to send it around the near side boards. Flyers send that one all the way out. Will not go far enough for an icing, so they are able to make that line change. Selman almost forced a turnover there right behind the net. Again, the Flyers doing a great job on this forecheck, playing pretty aggressive down below the goal line of the Golden Eagles. I think something like that will be key for the Flyers here in this first. They're looking for any sort of cheeky opportunity to force a turnover down low and maybe catch goaltender Tucker Stepan off guard, which we saw a couple weeks ago when they were playing Roosevelt here. They were at the edge. The Flyers gave up kind of a bad turnover in their own zone, and I think that's what they're looking for with these excellent forechecks. Big body check there by Morrow. Again, the man with the C on his chest looking to turn the momentum around for his team. Petrovic continues that one out. Finds its way over to Ligas, who will skate it into the Golden Eagles end of the ice. Ligas tries a shot on the ice. It's patted aside by Stepan. That allows them to get it out. Ligas gets another turnover over to Morrow, who tries a shot on the ice. And Stepan shuts the door. 4:42 left to go in this first period. Flyers down by 2 goals. Stepan's really held his ground quite well here. The Flyers haven't thrown very much at him, but he has kept everything that he's seen so far out of the net. It's the number one job of the goaltender. The Flyers try a point shot, but that is blocked, and back come the Golden Eagles the other way with speed. Here's Jablonski into the zone, tries a shot. Helm does anyway, and beats the glove hand of Mike Fisher to take his team up by 3 goals. That all started right there with the block from the point shot. Not quite sure who got the block on that one, but that allowed the odd man break going back the other way for the Golden Eagles. Jablonski got that one over to Helm, who was able to put that one past Fisher to take his team up by 3 goals. Just under 5 minutes left to go in this first period. Flyers now down by 3. Jablonski's back on the ice after that assist that he just had. The Flyers really need to try and get something going here. The final couple minutes of period number 1. Here's Morefoot. He's got it in the near side corner. It's hit hard there by Helm. The Flyers are able to get that one out. Ernstein tries to skate in with speed, but he kind of lost his handle on it momentarily. And that allowed Meeniger to turn it over, and the Golden Eagles will send it back into the Flyers zone. Here's Reedy. Tries to touch it up to Morrow. It's turned over. Golden Eagles will bring it back the other way. Here's Gowdy. Trying to keep it in the zone. I think it went off his chest protector. Just came out of the zone a little bit, as ruled by the linesman, so we will see a face-off in the neutral zone, just outside the Flyers zone, as a result of that offsides violation. 3:39 left to go in this first period. Flyers really need to try and get something going. Momentum was not exactly carried over from the previous game. As I said, their previous game was a loss to Roosevelt just before Thanksgiving. As Marquette will set up on the breakout in their own zone. Sends it down low over to McKenna on the near side. He's pressured by Ligas, who gets that turnover. Morrow tries a shot. That one's blocked out in front. That allows the Golden Eagles to send it out. It's found by Robertson, who gets it up to Morrow. Morrow went to the zone with speed. Golden Eagles make a line change. Morrow tries a shot. And it looked like he was hooked a little bit on the play there, but no call is made, so we continue to play on. 2:44 left to go in this first period. Ibrahim brings it in, finds the late guy, who is missing from our roster as well. A couple players missing from this roster. Golden Eagles find it in the near side corner. They try a centering pass, but that one's blocked, and that forces Humke to turn around in the neutral zone, and they will bring it back into the Flyers zone now. Here's Dakers, hit hard there by Joey Mahone. The Flyers bring it back the other way. Ernstein has it poked away from him just as he enters the blue line, crosses the blue line rather. And Kramer will slow it down a little bit. Golden Eagles on the far side in the neutral zone. They will skate into the Flyer zone this time. Try to catch the middle, but an excellent stick from Selman will block that. Collision in the far side corner between Petrovic and a member of the Golden Eagles, as that point shot is blocked. Get that puck up to Selman. He's looking for a fast break the other way, but that is stopped in his tracks there by Chris Denowith. The Golden Eagles will try and bring it out quickly, but that is stopped by Pickens. Morrow at the top of the circle turns and fires, and that is blocked by Stepan. We have a whistle. Looks like the net has come off its moorings here. And that, as a result of that, the Golden Eagles are not allowed to change. So we will see a face-off in the Golden Eagles end of the ice with 90 seconds left in this first frame. Flyers really trying to find their way here. They had last week off as a result of Thanksgiving. Coming back from this Thanksgiving break, just trying to find the momentum that they had at the edge a couple weeks ago. Morrow got it in the far side corner, tries a centering pass out to Gutt. They could not find him. The Flyers will send it in the near side corner. Reedy is pinned up against the boards there by Denowith.
Reedy couldn't quite get a stick on that as much as he would have liked to anyway. So that one kind of trickles over to Stepan, who will hold on to it with 71 seconds left now in this first frame. Flyers really have been unable to get any high-quality scoring opportunities. We saw Selman had a little bit of a fast break, but they could not get the shot off. I'd like to see some more shots in the final 60 seconds here now of the first period. We just saw one right there. Stepan was easily able to handle that one. So that face-off is won by the Golden Eagles. Dacre couldn't keep it in on the blue line. That allows Marquette to bring it in. They try a shot that's patted aside. The big right pad save there from Fisher. That rebound comes into the near side. Here's Michael Ligas. It's pressured by Mansky. But Mansky could not keep the puck away from Ligas, so that allows the puck to get out. Here's Gutt is trying to avoid the hit there by Dodson, but kind of fell down in the process. 30 seconds left to go. Flyers force a turnover down low. Morrow's got it. Tries to come around the goal line and tries a shot upstairs, but Stepan was there and ready. So he keeps that one out with 24.1 seconds left to go in this first period. Flyers looking to get a last-second goal, trying to get the momentum back in their favor, or just get any sort of offensive prowess in the final seconds of this period. That faceoff is won by Marquette, and Kramer tries a shot from the point, and we saw some major contact there with Selman. And Hawkinson could not put it into the wide-open net. Here comes Marquette back the other way. Closed off by Kramer. 6 seconds left. Again, physical play really picking up. Big last-second opportunity. We had a good goal signed by the referee in the far side corner. You have some pile-ups happening just in front of the blue paint, but it appears that the Marquette Golden Eagles scored a last-second goal right there. So we will see if that is actually what happened, as it appears that all differences have been sorted out. As Ethan Berger is still exchanging words with number 68, Chet Dacre, right there, but it does appear that the Golden Eagles scored that last-second goal. As everyone's leaving now, and I think there's a little bit of confusion because if they did score this goal, there should be a face-off with less than a second left to go. Head coach of the Flyers, Mark Marfise, is waiting for the explanation from the referee, as both teams have now left the ice surface. But if that last-second goal happened, we're going to need to have a last-second face-off, which looks like is what's going to happen. So to recap the events that just happened, Marquette scored a goal with less than a second left to go. So if that's the case, we should see a face-off here. But it appears that maybe we'll just add a 1 second onto the second period. Again, I'm not sure what exactly is going on, as it looks like the teams have exited the ice surface. We've got 20 minutes on the clock now for period number 2. So I think we're going to take a break, and then hopefully by the time we come back, we'll have this all sorted out. But in the meantime, you're watching Flyers hockey right here on the Loose University Television Network.
And welcome back to the Lewis University Television Network. Logan Cap here for period number 2. Flyers, as you see them coming out of the locker room right now, have some major work to do for this second period. They are down by 4 goals. That last second goal at the end of the first period did count. Consulted with the officiating crew as they were leaving the ice surface. So we do have confirmation that the Flyers are now down by 4 goals to start off period number 2. So as I said, major work for the Flyers in the final 40 minutes of this hockey game. It'll be also interesting to see the penalties that were dished out right at the end of that first period. We had a little bit of a pile-up happening just in front of the blue paint in the Flyers' end of the ice just after the goal was scored. So I would assume that we're going to add just about a second or less than that onto the clock for period number 2. As the clock is showing 20 minutes, but I would assume it'll be 20 minutes and a half a second or something. As we have 2 players from each team in the penalty box. Selman and Dacre are in there for the Lewis Flyers, along with Berger and Harold for the Marquette Golden Eagles. So we're going 5-on-5 here to start off period number 2. Flyers get it in the far side corner. Denowith tries to get it out. Eventually Marquette is able to skate it out and into the Flyers zone. Patrick Sweeney tries to walk around the defense, centering pass. Could not find Mansky. The Flyers are able to get it out. Here comes Morrow with speed. He tries to go split the defense, but he stood up there with some high hands from number 5, Chris Denowith. The Flyers bench wanted a call there, but will not get it. Flyers, Brian Gutt in the far side, tries a shot as he skates to the middle of the ice, but I believe he missed the net. So we will keep on going. Flyers on the near side, send it down low to Morrow, who tries to center it out to Ligas, but it's broken up there by Denowith. And he will try to force it up. Morrow gloves that one down. Couldn't quite glove it down. Almost kept into the point by Petrovic. The Golden Eagles will bring it back the other way. Here's Breslin, is into the zone. Stops in the near side corner. Looks for something to do with it. We'll send it up to the point. They try a shot. Big right pad save there from Fisher. So big, in fact, it flew out of the zone. And so the Marquette Golden Eagles will have to vacate the zone. The Flyers are able to get it back. Here comes Ernsting with speed in the zone. Tries a shot. It's wide of the net. Goes off the dasher board and up into the protected netting. So we will see a face-off now as a result of that play. 18:36 left to go in this second period. 36 more seconds on the coincidental penalties to Selman, Dacre, Harold, and Berger. Kept it on the point there by Morfoot, who tries a shot. That was just wide. Another shot from Pickens is wide as well. Ernsting gets it on the far side. Morfoot has his shot blocked, so the Flyers will have to vacate the offensive zone. Pickens tries to go rink wide, but it's blocked, and eventually he gets it back. Ernsting now in his own zone, turns, is pressured there by Ryan. Was able to get it over to Pickens on the near side. Pickens sends it down to Morrow in his own zone, and he will waft it out of the zone. Flyers having difficulties entering the Marquette Golden Eagles zone so far. Be looking for some cleaner zone exits out of the Flyers in this second period, as Meaniger was not able to keep that one in for Marquette. So he's forced to turn around in his own zone, eventually slapped in there by Robertson. Graham Robertson, that is, of the Golden Eagles. Not Braden Robertson of the Lewis Flyers. So Ernsting has a fancy spin around play there, but could not get it back, so that allows Marquette to send it back in behind Mike Fisher. Here's Morfoot. Will continue to round a gut on the near side hash marks. He gets engaged in battle. Shot from the point there from Dodson is easily soaked up by Fisher, and that will do it for the coincidental penalties. We will see if there are any further emotional conflicts that we will see in this hockey game. Obviously,
We see lots of penalties here in college hockey. In fact, there was a time last year, big point shot there is saved with the glove hand of Fisher. So we will see a face-off in the Flyers end of the ice. But as I was saying last year, we were here in this same spot. I was standing right where I am right now, calling the game with the esteemed Reed Poland against UWO. That was the Lewis Flyers game. We saw 15 combined players in the penalty box. So college hockey likes to see a lot of those penalties. Motions are on high, as per usual here at Camlin. So we'll see how that comes into effect as we continue on in this second period. Here comes Morrow. He's into the Marquette zone with speed. He's in all alone, tries a shot, has it blocked out in front there by the stick of Matt McKenna. That one deflects up into the protective netting, so we will see a face-off now in Marquette zone with 16:43 left to go in this second period. Flyers need to have some more offensive zone time here. They need to slow it down. I think they're rushing a little bit in their offensive zone. Slow it down, set up, get some more high-quality scoring opportunities. They really haven't had any grade A chances thus far in the game, so we'll be looking to see that change as they poke it, and we'll try and skate it in, but a collision between Gutt and Ernsting allows Marquette to get it back. They try a breakout, but that misses the stick of Patrick Sweeney, so that allows the Flyers to bring it back in. Almost. Is pressured there by one of the goal scorers for the Marquette Golden Eagles, number 9, Chase Breslin. Ernsting will force it in. Hawkinson tries a shot, goes off the skate of the Marquette defenseman again, who is missing from our roster here. Eventually that allows them to get it, send it up and start their breakout. Kept it on the point by Petrovic, just about. Skyrocketed it high into the air. And that one was hit with a high stick of number 16, Henry Mansky of the Golden Eagles, as Kramer tries a shot, but it's blocked. And that allows the breakout to begin for the Marquette Golden Eagles. They're unable to set up cleanly in the offensive zone. They've got it now on the point, tries a shot off the pad of Fisher. Some contact there between Pickens and one of the members of the Marquette Golden Eagles, sends Fisher flying. But no harm, no foul on that one. That was Henry Mansky, who collided with Fisher. But in any case, we will see a face-off now on the Flyers' end of the ice with 15:23 left to go in period number 2. Flyers doing a good job to keep the offensive prowess of Marquette at bay. The beginning part of this first period, the second period, as a rebound shot is turned aside by Fisher, who kind of has to scramble to make that save. Appears that Fisher needs to adjust his mask a little bit after that contact earlier with Mansky. And sometimes we see the goal, and whenever contact happens with a goaltender, they have those straps that are buckled down on the side of their helmet. It's a shot, just missed the net there, just in front of Fisher. But sometimes when we see some contact with the goaltender, they'll kind of shake their helmet off and cause a stoppage of play. It was unnecessary with the contact with Mansky, though, considering that happened after the whistle had already gone. But sometimes the helmet is a mode of a stoppage for a goaltender, but sometimes it just needs to get adjusted. And I think that's what happened with Fisher there. So we'll see a face-off with 15 minutes left in this second period. Won by the Flyers. Matt Morrow sends it into the near side corner where it's found by Gowdy of Marquette. And he will go for a skate. Gowdy's got a backhand shot turned aside by Fisher. Gowdy finds his own rebound. Tries the same play, skates it across, has it poked away from him from Reedy. The Flyers are able to break the puck out cleanly, so that allows Marquette to bring it back in. Here comes Ryan. Stops on the point, leaves it. A couple touches there, eventually gets its way over to Meeniger, who tries a shot but blocked and kind of bounces behind the net. McGuire sends that one out blindly. And so we will See Marquette turn around in their own zone. Those are the plays that the Flyers want to try and eliminate a little bit. Those blind passes in the middle in their own zone, unnecessary turnovers, will be key for the Flyers moving forward. As a shot finds its way down low to Joey Mahone. And that will take them up by 5 goals here, not even halfway into this hockey game. Golden Eagles applying the pressure early. We talked about how they are on a 4-game losing streak. Their last series coming against ISU 2 weeks ago, Marquette Golden Eagles. So again, they're trying to bounce back from those 2 losses a couple weeks ago, and it appears so far that they are using that to their advantage. The Flyers look to find some sort of response before this second intermission as they force Marquette to ice the puck, so they will have an offensive zone face-off now. At this point, if you're the Flyers, I think you almost have to just bring it back to basics. So it appears we're having some more technical difficulties there. We look to get that sorted out. The Marquette Golden Eagles win that face-off. Eventually turn over to Jack Selman, who will send it down to the near side corner. Ligas centering pass to Selman, finds the side of the net. That allows Marquette to get that one all the way out. Race is run there by Ibrahim. So Marquette will set up in the offensive zone. Centering pass cannot be found by Mahone. And the Flyers will get it back. Here's Ernsting on the far side. Tries to skate it into the Flyers' end of the ice. Marquette's end of the ice, where it's found by Selman on the far side corner. Battle for it on the far side. It's kept in by Robertson, who tries a point shot. And that one will make its way back into the Flyers' zone. Robertson sends that one back into Marquette zone. So it looks like we got the scoreboard situation figured out again. And Marquette brings it back in. Send it around behind the net. Jablonski does. He will get it back in the far side corner of the Flyers zone. Tries a centering pass. Found, glove down there by Berger, who tried a shot. That was just wide of the net. Flyers are unable to get it out. Kept it on the point there by McKenna. All the way down into the near side. It will ring around. Point now. A couple fake shots there from the defenseman of the Marquette Golden Eagles. Marquette still has it. It's not a very fast-paced game for either team today. They're I think maybe they're just trying to recover from the break again last week that they had for Thanksgiving. Flyers battle for it. The hash marks, physical play continuing. The Flyers are still unable to get it out. Here's Ethan Berger down below the Flyers goal line. Has it in the far side corner. Berger leaves it in the corner now for Helm. They cycle it, makes its way over to Sweeney on the near side, tries a shot, and that misses the net. And that finally allows the Flyers to get it out as Hawkinson collides there with the linesman, who will fall down, and it appears that he is okay, so we will continue on playing. Here's Kramer. Turns it over to Sweeney below the goal line. Patrick Sweeney centers it to Breslin, who can't quite get a shot off, and that allows Morrow to force it out of the zone. Again, where it's turned over, but Marquette was just off sides there. So we will see a face-off now coming up in the neutral zone of the Marquette Golden Eagles. Again, pace of play seems to be quite slow so far. I think Both teams just trying to find themselves a little bit. Sweeney forced the turnover in the Flyer zone. Centering pass finds number 16, Henry Mansky, for the Marquette Golden Eagles. And he will take his team up by 6 goals, and we're not even halfway through this hockey game. All smiles on one side of the ice right now. Not as much so on the other. Flyers, again, having some major work to do as the hole continues to be dug deeper and deeper. Flyers, at this point, it starts with 1. All you got to do, get some offensive zone time if you're the Flyers, work it around a little bit, get some shots on goal, get the pucks deep, like I said, back to basics. That's what the Flyers are looking for right now. Anything to help. Anything to stop the bleeding anyway. As they bring it out, they break the puck out to Ernsting, who can't get the puck into the zone. At this point, I think the Flyers just need to go red line in. As soon as they get it over the red line, it just needs to go all the way down. We said it before on the broadcast. It's really hard to score when you're playing 200 feet away from your own goal. Really hard to get scored on anyway when you're playing in the offensive zone. The pucks need to get into the Marquette zone as Gutt tries to walk around the defenseman. He's unable to do that, and that allows the Golden Eagles to send it all the way out. Here's Kramer, stops on his own blue line, will send it up, but turns it over, and Marquette will send it back into the Flyers zone. As they make a line change, they're offsides, so they will have to vacate the zone. That allows the Flyers to break it out. Here comes Ernsting into the zone. Scotty Ernsting will skate it across the ice. Has it poked away from him, though, so he's forced to circle around in the neutral zone and will turn around, loft it out of play. In fact, into the near side corner, so we will see a face-off now in the neutral zone with 9 minutes, 10 seconds left to go, just over the halfway point in this hockey game. Flyers looking to turn it around. We will be back tomorrow right here on the Lewis University Television Network. We will not be broadcasting the game tomorrow on this particular network. We will be on the radio on 88.1 FM, WLRA, our Lewis campus radio station. That can be found at iHeartRadio.com as the Marquette Golden Eagles have a couple shots. And that's turned aside by Fisher. We will have some basketball games right here on Lewis University Television Network tomorrow, as both the men's and women's teams are taking on William Jewell. Matt Morrow tries a shot from the point, is patted aside there by Stepan. First time I've said his name, I think, this whole period. Tucker Stepan forced to make 2 saves there. So we will see a face-off now, and Marquette's end of the ice. And that's good for the Flyers. Anything that they get, any sort of offensive chance they can get now, just to stop the bleeding, as I said before, will be very important. As Morrow loses that face-off into the near side corner. Sent around, kept in on the point there by Morefoot, who just had his shot tipped wide. Selman sends it down low. Eventually able to be found by Ryan, and he sends it up. Here's Berger into the zone with speed. Tries to walk around Morefoot, but Morefoot's able to poke that one away. Berger gets it back. Sends it to the near side where nobody is on his team. But Jablonski's able to force a turnover. A couple shots there from the Golden Eagles, and the shot of Michael Helm went right off the left post. So the Flyers remain down by 6 goals. Flyers force a turnover there just on the blue line. It's in Morrow's feet. He could not soccer it to his stick, so they cannot even get a shot off there. Puck is sent all the way down by the Marquette Golden Eagles, and they have iced the puck, so we will see a face-off now on the Flyers' end of the ice with 7 minutes and 25 seconds left to go. Flyers doing some soul searching here at Camlin today. See a face-off just to Pond's left. Tried to be won forward by Ernsting, who wins it. But we have a whistle for possibly an illegal face-off. That's something the Flyers have been able to do all season, which both Ernsting and Morrow are very good at, winning that face-off forward, whether that be in the offensive zone or in the neutral zone, sometimes even in their defensive zone. I feel like it is frowned upon, though, when they are in their defensive zone trying to do that. That may force an unnecessary turnover, but they are really good at it. We've seen Morrow create all sorts of opportunities for himself by winning that face-off forward. Ernsting obviously taking after his elder there as he tries a centering path, but that could not be found by Hawkinson because Quinn Harold was standing there. So that allows DePond to slide over and make that save. The first quality scoring chance of the game, I think, for the Lewis Flyers right there. Really trying to turn it around with 6 minutes and 48 seconds left to go in this second period. Marquette wins that face-off. Here comes Breslin. Tries to go straight through the chest of Adam Petrovic, who was not allowing that to happen. But they get the Golden Eagles get it back, and they will bring it back in. Here's Mansky, tries a shot, saved by Fisher. Squirts out to the point now, where McKenna finds it. He goes to the near side to Denowith. Denowith with a shot from the top of the circle is wide of the net. Found by McKenna on the far side, sent down low. Comes back over to the near side hash marks and is sent back down low. Kramer couldn't find it. Sweeney now has it in the far side corner. Sweeney leaves it. Makes his way back down to Sweeney in the corner. Sweeney leaves it down low for Breslin, who's got it, walks to the middle, tries to find Sweeney, who's breaking hard, and he's pressured by Kramer there, who has some words for Sweeney. The Flyers ringing around the net. It's kept in on the far side by Mansky. Got it in the far side corner. It's hit hard there by Kramer. Penalty coming up to Tyler Kramer. Interference is the call. A little bit of a late hit there from number 46 in white. So he will put his team down by one for 2 minutes with 5 minutes and 34 seconds left to go in this second period. Kramer is not very happy about that call, is giving the referee his opinion, but won't matter. Flyers shorthanded for 2 minutes as a result of that interference penalty. First power play of the game for either team. We had the series of penalties at the start of the second period from that scrum that happened at the end of the first with that last second goal. But the Marquette Golden Eagles will set up on the power play now. They're in the overload style. Berger tries to center it, finds someone in the middle. He tries a shot. That was Meiniger. Marquette will eventually tries to send it in the middle, but it's kept in on the point there by Meiniger. He's got it in the far side corner. Centering pass is blocked out in front. That allows Ligas to send it out. He's got Ernsting with him. He will enter the Golden Eagles zone, tries a shot on the ice. It's patted aside, though, by Tucker Stepan. Flyers, a couple weeks ago, last time we saw him here at Camlin, scored a series of shorthanded goals. They have an excellent shorthanded unit. And it's most likely because they get a lot of practice. They're on the ice a lot as a result of penalties that have been taken. So we'll see if they're able to score any shorthanded goals here with just about 50 seconds left on the penalty to Tyler Kramer. Fancy stick work there from Humke. Couldn't keep that one in, so they're forced to regroup in the neutral zone. Here comes Mansky. Leaves it on the point for Sweeney. He's got it. Fancy skating. Turns away from Brian Gutt as they try a shot. Makes his way back up to the point. Tries another shot. Helm does. That one's tracked excellently by Mike Fisher, who's able to hold on to it with just under 4 minutes left to go in this second period. 24 seconds left on the Kramer penalty. Flyers down by 6 goals. As we approach this second intermission, if the Flyers have any hope of making a comeback, they need to get one before the end of this second period. So the utmost importance is the Golden Eagles try a shot from the point, and that's tracked through traffic by Mike Fisher, who's able to dive on top of that one and cause a stoppage of play. Some physical contact in front of the blue paint there. Pickens doing his best to clear out the screen, allowing Mike Fisher to have a great visual on that play. And that puck is dropped already. Face-off won by the Golden Eagles. It's poked into the corner by Selman. Marquette gets it back, far side point. Here's Breslin. Penalty to Kramer has expired. 5-on-5 hockey. 3:33 left to go in this second period. Breslin's got it. Centering pass, blockered down by Fisher. Marquette finds the rebound. Morrow send it back to Kramer, who gets it up to Gutt, sticks it ahead to Morrow, who will pass it around. Morrow has a stick slashed out of his hands there by Sweeney. And Marquette's back into the zone now. Centering pass to Sweeney is found by Fisher somehow, who went for a little bit of a swim. That puck gets up to Selman. He's in 2-on-0. Morrow, shot, saved by Stepan. As Selman is given the what for by number 29 on Marquette there, who is missing from our roster, but he rips the helmet off of the head of Jack Selman. And in USA Hockey, if you rip the helmet off of the other player, as he did right there, number 29, again, who is missing from our rosters, that results in something more than just a minor penalty. So one can only assume that he received either a game misconduct or a disqualification penalty. After forcibly removing the helmet of Jack Selman, so this will result in quite a lengthy discussion now between the referees and the linesmen to try and decide what penalties will be dished out. So presumably we will see the first power play of the game for the Lewis Flyers, with just under 3 minutes left to go in the second period. You see the referees talking right there. Again, it looks like the explanation is being given to Kramer of the Lewis Flyers and Helm of the Marquette Golden Eagles. And so, as I said, it looks like we probably, considering Jack Selman's still on the ice, we will see a power play for the Golden Eagles, as 5 minutes of power play time are on the clock for the Lewis Flyers. Quite the opportunity here for the Lewis Flyers to hopefully get a few. That major penalty, the Flyers can score as many times as they want. They will still have all 5 minutes of that power play time. Again, that was assessed to number 29, who's missing from our roster here. But one can only assume that he was either given a 5-minute major and a game misconduct, or a 5-minute major and a disqualification penalty for ripping the helmet off of Jack Selman's head. So we will see a first power play of the game for the Lewis Flyers. Shot from Selman on the point is wide of the net. Ligas gets it to Morrow on the near side. Flyers will set up in the overload style power play. Back down to Morrow on the hash mark. Selman now on the point. Walks, shoots, blocked by Ernstein. Rebound is found by Morrow. Back to Selman on the point. Cross to Kramer. Shot from the top of the circles. Hits Stepan up high. And that allows the puck to be cleared by the Golden Eagles. 4:25 left on the power play for the Flyers. Here they are into the zone. Morrow, shot hits the side of the net. Rebound is found by Marquette. Kept it on the point by Selman, who couldn't stick that second opportunity down, so that forces them to turn around in their own zone. 1 minute power play time gone for the Flyers. 1:50 left in this second period. Selman will skate it all the way down behind the net. He stopped and is put right on his wallet there by number 47, Quentin Harold. It's kept it on the point by Kramer. Kramer over to Ernsting. Couldn't find it. He will force another turnover. Ernsting does. Tries to center it out. Ernsting still has it. We've got Ligas is tangled up there with someone from the Golden Eagles. And so the whistle will go, assuming that both of those players will be heading to the penalty box. Take a seat. Watch a little bit of hockey from inside the box. Can't quite see who that is on Marquette. That it appears that is number 21, who is also missing from our roster. The rosters that have been posted online obviously have not been updated, but in any case, we will see 5-on-4 hockey continue as offsetting minor penalties assumably have been given to Ligas and number 21 on Marquette. So we will see a face-off to the left wing side. Of Stepan, as it looks like the trainer has been requested by the member of Marquette who is in the penalty box. It looks like maybe helmet rode up. Shot from Selman is blockered aside by Stepan. We're back playing again already. Puck is sent all the way down. Kramer's forced to turn around, is behind his net. Here comes Ernsting out of the zone with speed. Flyers showing signs of life here, having a couple offensive zone opportunities on this power play. 60 seconds left to go in period number 2. Ernsting will skate all the way up to the point, umbrella style. Tries a shot, catches Stepan maybe a little bit off guard. And Scotty Ernsting has opened the scoring for the Lewis Flyers. With 53.7 seconds left to go in this second period. As I said, Ernsting breathed some life into the Lewis Flyers offense. Finally can respond to the 6 goals that Marquette has scored so far. And so we will have a conference now. I think the coaches for the Lewis Flyers have just realized that nobody's serving that 5-minute major penalty to number 29 on Marquette. And if I can remember the rules correctly, again, I've been officiating hockey for just about 10 years. If I can remember the NCAA rule book correctly, it states that Marquette does not have to put a member of their team into the penalty box immediately. They can have someone out of the box, but the problem with that is that they may run into eventually is that if they don't put someone in and it expires, they will have to play shorthanded until the next whistle. So that it looks like it's what will happen here. And opting to not put someone in. So they'll definitely want to do that before the conclusion of that penalty. Otherwise, they'll have to continue playing shorthanded until the first whistle after that power penalty time runs out, as Kramer will stand behind his own net. 30 seconds left to go in period number 2, 2.5 minutes. Kramer turns it over to a Leary in front of the blue paint. And that was a dangerous opportunity for Leary there, who tried to go upstairs on Fisher, but it looks like he went straight out of play. So we will see a face-off now on the Flyers' end of the ice with 26.4 seconds left to go in this second period. The Golden Eagles win that one and will skate it back into their own zone. They send it all the way down. It's Dunawith. The length of the ice where Fisher comes out to play it behind. Kramer forced to turn around. 10 seconds left to go in period number 2. One last opportunity for the Flyers as they can't quite get it cleanly into the zone. Sweeney now into the zone for the Flyers. Tries to cut to the middle. Tries a shot. That was poked at by Fisher. Luckily, it was just going about a foot wide of the net. So we will see a interesting situation now as looks like some confusion is happening. Not quite sure what everyone is so confused about, but signs of life shown by the Flyers that second period. We're finally able to respond to the 6 goals that have been scored by the Marquette Golden Eagles. Ernstling doing a great job trying to swing the momentum pendulum back in their favor. We will see what period number 3 has to bring in just a couple minutes. You're watching Flyers hockey right here on the Lewis University Television Network.
And welcome back to the Lewis University Television Network. Logan Cap for period number 3. The Flyers on the power play for the next 2 minutes to start off this third period. Shot is handled there by Stepan. I was able to find out some information in that intermission, though. Number 29 was the one who got tossed for that 5-minute major penalty. That was Jack Rose. As Mark Marfise is having a conversation now with the referee just in front of us here. However, the rule as it's written is that the Golden Eagles did not have to put someone to serve that 5-minute major penalty in the box. But if that penalty expired and there was no one in there to serve that penalty, the Flyers would be on the power play until the next whistle after the conclusion of that penalty. So the only way that they could then rejoin play 5-on-5 was if they put someone in the box, and it looks like they have number 10 in there to serve the remaining 1 minute 15 on that penalty. Number 10, Joey Mahone. Selman now in his own zone. Will try to pass it up. The stick of Berger was in the way, and so the Flyers force that one into the zone, and that allows the Golden Eagles to send it all the way down, taking some more time off the penalty. Flyers, Kramer sends it cross ice to Morrow. Pass was in his skates though, so Kramer's forced to get it back. Kramer, shot goes up into the rafters after it was blocked from the stick of Christopher Meeniger. So we will see a face-off now in Marquette's end of the ice with 18:24 left to go in this third period. Flyers down by 5 goals. Conversation between the linesman and the referee right in front of us. Looks like they are finished, so we're finally able to start playing again. Here's Hawkinson, backhands it around the net. Couldn't be stick down there from Ligas, and that allows Marquette to send it all the way down. 20 seconds left on the 5-minute major penalty. Number 29, Jack Rose. He also did receive a disqualification penalty. Reason for that was you're not allowed to remove the helmet of an opponent. If you do so by force, that results in a DQ penalty. Penalty has expired. 5-on-5 hockey. Ligas tries a shot from the point, patted aside by Stepan. Rebound is found by Sweeney on the far side. Here comes Marquette now. Out of the zone, McKenna will skate it into the Flyer zone. Walks, shoots top of circle, blocked out in front there by Kramer. And Marquette gets the rebound. Sweeney could not find it. And McKenna is cross-checked right in the numbers there by Tyler Kramer. And so we will see that no penalties were called on the play, so we will continue 5-on-5 with a face-off to Mike Fisher's right. 17:30 left to go in period number 3. Shot is found by Fisher. That was Breslin with the shot. So we will try again from the same spot. Flyers showing some life at the end of that second period. Looking to continue that into the third. Now Stepan comes out of the net to play it. Turns it away from forechecking Brian Gutt, who forces a turnover. Flyers have it in the offensive zone. Ernstine tries a spin-around pass. Excellent pad save from Stepan there as he dove back in front of the net. Off the pass, went off the stick possibly of Jack Reedy and went parallel with the goal line. Excellent
Scoring opportunity for the Flyers. Another shot is sticked aside by Stepan. Reedy will send it all the way around to the near side. Found by Ernsting. He turns it over to Dunawith. It's kept in on the point by Robertson. Stick down by Gutt. Can't find it. Gutt eventually does find it. Tries a shot, but it's blocked out in front by Dunawith. Here's Breslin. He goes rink wide. The far side to Mansky. No icing on the play. He beats the race. So the Marquette Golden Eagles, Sweeney centers it to Leary, who will send it all the way out to the point. It's able to be found by Ernsting, who will get it into Marquette's end. Ernsting stops the hash marks, tries to skate it to the middle, but Gowdy's able to find it and get it out. Couldn't be kept in on the point by Morefoot, as Ligas did not realize he was offsides. So he will battle for it and ends up touching it, so we will see a face-off now at the neutral ice face-off location just outside Marquette's blue line with 15:57 left to go in period number 3. Flyers down 6-1. Two referees having a discussion here. Again, their conversation has concluded, so we will drop the puck. Face off, won by Marquette. Gowdy sends it back into his own zone, and they try and bring it up. Here's Dodson, tries to touch it ahead to Ryan, who couldn't find it cleanly. They were offsides on the play, so Morefoot will send it up. Here's Morrow now into the zone, stops on the hash marks, is pressured there by Mason Smith, the other member of the Golden Eagles who was missing from our roster. Morefoot tries a shot, goes off the pad. Rebound found by Selman. Couldn't get a second opportunity. The Flyers almost retained possession there. Morrow lost it to Humke, and he will skate it around his own zone. Morrow forced another turnover in the near side corner. He still has it. Morrow centering pass to Ligas. Couldn't find him. Morrow gets it back. Cross ice pass over to Hawkinson on the far side. He tries a shot. That's Pickens, and that's blocked. That allows Marquette to bring it back the other way. Here's Dodson. He's into the zone. Tries a shot. Goes up high on Fisher. Possibly hits the neck protector. And Fisher's able to keep that one out. It's forced out of the zone there by Selman. And that goes right to number 17 on the other team, Meeniger. And they can't get it out. Flyers showing some life here finally in the third period as a very tenacious forecheck there from Hawkinson. Couldn't quite force the turnover, but Marquette will bring it back the other way. Mahone tries a shot. And that was turned aside by Fisher. Poked up by Kramer. Glove down by Meeniger on the far side point. Kramer's able to force that one out. Race for it between McKenna and Ernsting is won by McKenna. So we will see a face-off now. The Flyers into the ice with 14:05 left to go in this third period. Face-off location to Mike Fisher's right-hand side, according to the NCAA rule book. We will see Marquette Golden Eagles get the choice of what side they would like that face-off on after the icing. Puck now in the far side corner of Marquette's zone. Dunawith has it. Near side, tries to ring it around. He's got Brian Gutt right in his kitchen. But they're able to force it out. Here comes Ibrahim into the Flyer zone. Tries to toe drag around Kramer, who's hip checked, and a shot from Mahone tries to go upstairs as Kramer's tangled up there with Ibrahim. They're wrestling. Kramer's comes off. Helmet comes off as both players are very upset at each other, it seems, as physical altercations continue for both players as the buckets of each player comes off. That's Kramer and Ibrahim. Looks like Kramer's been tossed from this hockey game. Number 3, Ibrahim as well, being shown the gate with 13:30 left to go in this third period. Assuming that each player received at least a game misconduct for fighting. That was just about the closest thing I've seen to a professional hockey fight here in college hockey. Some punches being thrown. Perhaps both players saw the circle, thought, hey, this is just like college wrestling where in the WWE, body slams happening in the near side face-off circle, but we've got some more confusion happening now. Obviously, emotions for both players boiling over as a lengthy discussion will take place now between Sweeney, Ligas, and the 2 referees. Just on the outside of the referees' crease right in front of us. Got a nice shot of them having this discussion here. No players are in the penalty box because they were both shown the gate, both of them getting the hot showers tonight for the end of the game. First one's in. As we have a little bit of a lull in the action. As I said in the open, if you missed it, this is the Flyers' last homestand of the calendar year. They will go on the road to Wisconsin next week, take on UWO. Next Friday and Saturday. It looks like the referee is signaling 4-on-4 is what will be happening right here. But Flyers were on the road last week, back at home for the final homestand of the calendar year, and we'll be back on the road next week. Flyers only having 3 home games next semester. So just about one of the final times we will see the Flyers here at Callan, which is crazy to think, considering we're just in December, but as I said, Flyers only have 3 home games next semester. As again, I'm not exactly sure what's going on. We have a conversation happening now between Chet Daker and the linesman. Obviously, they're both happy about something. I'm not really sure, having a pretty animated discussion down there, but not really sure what they're talking about. For the events that just happened, it seems that everyone's in a pretty good mood, which I guess is a good thing. Means that all their differences have been sorted out so far. We will see if we have any more altercations in the final 13 minutes and 18 seconds left in this third period. Here come Marquette into the zone. That is stopped with a stick of Chet Daker. Morrow will bring it back with speed. He's in 2-on-1 with Selman. Morrow's shot goes off the logo of Stepan, and a quick whistle from the referee will stop play with 13:03 left to go in the third period. As I said, I think one of the referees just thought that the net was kicked off. Had that happen, Marquette would not be allowed to play. However, that is not what happened. Quick whistle from the referee. Stopped the play as he had deemed to have lost sight of the puck. So we will continue 4-on-4 here. Lots of open ice out there when we're playing 4-on-4. Sweeney will beat out the race for the icing. He will turn around in the middle. Sweeney's got it in the slot, leaves it on the point for Denowith. He walks in, shoots from the face-off dot, and will miss wide of the net. Here's Meeniger, tries to send it across, but Morrow was standing in the way. He brings it in with speed, is poked away by Meeniger in the far side corner. Morrow is stopped. Puck kept in on the point there by Pickens. And Sweeney will find it and bring it back. He's in the Flyer zone, tries a centering pass, kind of flubbed that one. Eventually it makes its way over to the far side to Henry Mansky, who will cycle it with Sweeney. Sweeney at the top of the circle, tries a little backhand sauce over to Kip Humke, but Humke couldn't get anything going with it, and the Flyers are able to skate that one out. Ernsting falling down on the play, battles with Sweeney on Marquette's blue line. Sweeney will come away with the puck. It does make its way over to McKenna, who will skate it into the Flyer zone. McKenna, shot, big glove save there by Mike Fisher, flashing the leather a little bit. With these cold temperatures in the ice rink, will freeze the puck. So we will see a face-off to his left-hand side. 3:17 left on the coincidental major penalties that were handed out to Kramer and Ibrahim. Shot from the point is stick the side up into the protective netting there by Mike Fisher. So we will try again in the Flyer zone. 11:42 left to go in this third period. Puck is dropped. Face-off won by the Flyers. Ligas will send it around his own net. Tries to find Petrovic on the far side. Collides with McKenna. Almost puts him right into the Flyers bench. That allows the Flyers to get it out. Rink-wide passes blocked from the skate of Petrovic. Goes back to Stepan, who will continue it around his own net. Here comes Marquette now out of the zone. McKenna is closed off by Ligas. Petrovic will find it. Passes in the skate of Ligas, though, and that one deflects into Marquette's end. They will turn around and begin their breakout. Humke is pressured there by Gutt, but he's able to turn away from the forechecking Gutt. And that puck will find its way up to Chase Breslin, who will force it into the zone. Gowdy is battled with Gutt there. He has the puck. Gowdy sends it across over to Harrell on the far side. Centering pass. Couldn't find Breslin on the near side. So that allows Pickens to skate it out. Pickens over the red line and in to Stepan, who is out to play it behind the net. Turns it over to Gutt on the far side, hash marks, but he kind of flubbed the shot there. So that allows Marquette to get it out. They try and sauce it ahead there to Wyatt Dodson. But that pass was just out of his reach. So that will make its way all the way down to Mike Fisher, who will hold on to it with 10 minutes, 17 seconds left in the third period. Hawkinson and Mason Smith in the box to serve those 5-minute major penalties. Puck is found by Ernsting. He's into Marquette zone. Spin around pass. Tries to find Reedy in the middle, but he was unable to do so. Marquette sends it all the way out. No icing on the play. Race is won there by Dodson. Morefoot gloves it down to himself. Tries to flip it out. Couldn't be kept in there by McKenna. He will send it in, and the Marquette Golden Eagles will have to regroup. Here's Ernsting on the far side. He's got it, skates it into Marquette's zone. He's all alone. Teammates making a line change. He's got it in the far side corner. Scotty Ernsting, fancy skating, tries a centering pass. Found the stick of Thomas Cavanaugh. Not Cavanaugh, McKenna. And they will skate it back in. Here's Denowith on the far side. Puck did make its way over the blue line, so Marquette's forced to regroup in the neutral zone. Here's Ligas. Backhand pass up to Morrow. He's got it. Will skate it into Marquette's zone. Tries a shot, and that's blocked with the stick of Meaniger, and that puck makes its way all the way back into the Flyers zone. Sat there momentarily, back checking. Ligas was able to find it and poke it over to Pickens, who will get it out. Morrow has the stick almost slashed out of his hands there, but will find the puck. 15 seconds left on the coincidental major penalties. Denowith has it behind his own goal line. Denowith goes rink wide over to the far side. Here comes Berger into the zone. turns at the top of the circles, look for some options. Far side, faced off dot pad save from Fisher. Coincidental penalties are over. 5-on-5 hockey. Pickens backhands it into the near side corner. It's found by Helm, who will force it down low. Kept in there by Humke. Down in the far side corner, Mahone tried a centering pass, but it's found by Morrow. Petrovic tries to send that one up, but the pass was behind Hawkinson. And that allows the Golden Eagles to send it back into the Flyers zone. Pickens passed it up to Ernsting, who flipped it up, tried a little lacrosse play there, but he couldn't find it once it was in the air, so that allows Marquette to regain possession, and they will go ahead and dump it into the Flyers zone. Forechecking Jablinski gets it in the near side corner. Finds Helm. Jablinski back to Helm now. Tries a centering pass. Stick of Pickens blocked that one as Humke was giving Fisher a little bit of the business there, but no problem for Mike Fisher on that one. So we will see a face-off coming up to his right-hand side. 7:31 left to go in this third period. Ernsting out there to take the draw. He wins that one. Will ring it around Flyers net. Reedy couldn't find it. Shot from the point is wide of the net. Kept in by Harold. Battles with Ligas and Morefoot on the near side. Harold does. Puck is gone. Momentarily, it's eventually found by Breslin. Down below the goal line. Dacre will backhand it off the glass up to Ligas, who can't get it out. Kept in by Sweeney on the point. Here's Mansky, sends it over. Shot from the top of the circles is blocked. Contact there. Eventually Marquette finds it. Up to the point now to Mansky. Fans on a shot. Another shot. More of a slap pass, rather. Misses number 15, Humke, in the slot. Sweeney's got it. Down low to Humke now. Pressured by Morefoot. Gets it back to Sweeney, who's dragged down there by Chet Dacre. No call on the play. Eventually Sweeney will get it back. Dacre pressures him. He's got 3 Flyers players on him. Sweeney does. So they Flyers finally get that turnover and able to loft it high into the air and out of the zone. 6:16 left to go in the third period. Flyers down by 5 goals. Here's Mansky, tries to bring it to the middle. He was taken down there momentarily by Ligas, who was tangled up in the far side corner. Shot from the Flyers is turned aside by Stepan. Another shot from Matt Morrow. Finds him standing right in the top of the blue paint. An excellent centering pass there from number 81, Brian Gutt. And Morrow has scored the second goal of the game for the Lewis Flyers. Morrow, someone that the Flyers rely on heavily. We're back playing again. Flyers, Pickens just takes a penalty. And they will put his team shorthanded now. With 5 minutes and 42 seconds left to go, it seems that all hope of the comeback for the Lewis Flyers have been extinguished. And again, Flyers taking a late game penalty. Not a very ideal situation, but as I mentioned earlier, the Flyers had some success on the penalty kill a couple weeks ago. Last time we saw them here when they took on the Denison Big Red. So we will see if they are able to find the same amount of success here today. Mansky sends it up to the point to Humke. He's got it. Humke, shot. Blocked out in front. Sweeney will find the rebound on the far side corner. Back up to Humke. Tries to find Breslin on the near side. He will send it down low to Mansky. Back up to Breslin. Is poked away from him by Morrow. But Breslin's able to get it back and skate it with speed to the far side of the Flyer zone. Sweeney, top of the circle, shot is wide of the net. That one will go off the glass and come all the way out back into the Golden Eagles end of the ice. Where they turn it over to Selman in the zone. Selman's got a shot as blockered aside by Stepan. Here comes Breslin. He's all by himself. Teammates making a line change. He's into the Flyers zone, near side corner, pressured by Baker. They get the puck back. Helm sends it up to a point to Menninger. Back to the near side now to Berger. Tries a shot. Pad save from Fisher. Rebound makes its way all the way out in the neutral zone. Berger has it poked away from him by Brian Gutt. Eventually, Dunawith is able to find it. Send it up the near side to Jablinski. They turn the puck over on the Flyers' blue line. That allows someone to send it all the way in. Taking some more time off this penalty. 2 Flyers in there on the forecheck on the penalty kill. And Marquette will take it out of the zone. Here comes Dunawith. He's in the Flyers zone. Tries a shot. Goes just over off the pad and in of Mike Fisher. And that one is one that Fisher would like to have back. Dunawith takes his team back up by 5 goals. Kind of skated across from the top of the circle on the far side into the slot area. Flyers will have some major work to do for tomorrow's game, game 2 of this series between the Marquette Golden Eagles and the Lewis Flyers, taking place tomorrow right here at Canlan. Start time of 5 p.m. Central Time. We will be broadcasting that one live on WLRA 88.1, Lewis University's radio station. If you'd like to tune into that, you can go to iHeartRadio.com or the iHeartRadio app, search up WLRA, tune into that broadcast. You've got just about 3.5 minutes left here. At this point for the Lewis Flyers, more so about taking some momentum into the game tomorrow as opposed to trying to make some sort of comeback here. I think the window for that has closed. However, you never know. Pickens now on the far side corner. Gets it. Marquette tries a centering pass. Couldn't find Robertson as they try kind of a flipper shot as deflected into the near side corner. Here's Mahone, tries a centering pass out to Robertson, but that's sticked aside by Fisher. That allows Selman to bring it in. Dumps it into the near side corner, Jack Selman does. And that's kept in on the point by Morefoot. He walks it in, shoots, goes off the blocker of Stepan. Shot again from the point from Pickens is saved by Stepan. And he will cover it up with 2:21 left to go now in the third period. Flyers, I think, have played their best hockey that we've seen today, at least in the third period. They came out of the locker room, out of that second intermission, a little more pep in their step, having some offensive looks, scored a couple goals, which is good to see. They scored one in that second period, but again, I think this third period has been the best that we've seen out of them today, the best one of three. So again, I think working towards what they need to do for tomorrow. Flyers would obviously like to turn things around here with a late period goal. Reedy couldn't get the puck in as a stick lifted. That allows Marquette to bring it back in the other way. Sweeney turns it over. Stick that was laying in the middle of the ice was retrieved by the linesman during play. That clears the middle of the ice. Turnover in the slot. Finds Breslin. And what a save by Mike Fisher as he was beat on that one-on-one opportunity and somehow was able to acrobat backwards onto the puck, reach back with the glove hand, and keep that one out of the net. Grade A play from the Flyers goaltender here late with just over a minute left. He's trying to keep the Flyers spirits high. Again, trying to look forward to tomorrow, keep some of that momentum, or at least gain some for the game tomorrow. Mike Fisher's played excellently here all season long. Every time that we have seen him in between the pipes for the Lewis Flyers, he has been as solid as a rock. Flyers goaltending, really. Both Fisher and Rohr doing excellent this season. No complaints from either goaltender from me, which is great to see. Flyers success starts on the back end, starts with the man standing between the pipes, and you build out. Flyers, again, just looking to get any sort of momentum to take into the game. Here is Dakers cross-checks number 4, Ethan Berger, upstairs in the helmet. No call on the play, so we keep playing on. Shot finds the stick of Robertson, a late period shot, 4 seconds left to go. It's found by Selman, and that will just about do it for the third period and the game so far. We have a little bit of words being exchanged here, possibly dinner plans for what they're going to eat after the game. I don't know what they're talking about, but the Marquette Gold Eagles finding an immense amount of success here against the Lewis Flyers today. Flyers will have some work to do for tomorrow, as they have at least some positives to take away from the game here today. They have scored 2 goals, which is great to see. Any sort of offensive prowess from the Flyers is good. Any sort of offensive successes anyway. We will have a post-game show coming up in a couple minutes right here on the Lewis University Television Network. You're listening to Flyers hockey and watching Flyers hockey right here on LUTN.
Hello and welcome back to Lewis University Television Network post-game show here for Flyers hockey. The game has officially ended. We're standing on the bench right now. Final score of the game was 7-2 in favor of the Marquette Golden Eagles. Goals for the Flyers came from number 9, Matt Morrow, and number 86, Scotty Ernzing. Obviously, the Flyers have a lot to do for their game tomorrow. Game 2 of the series between the Lewis Flyers and the Marquette Golden Eagles happening tomorrow right here on the ice at Camlin. That start time is at 5 o'clock. Central Time. We will be broadcasting that live on the WLRA Lewis's radio station. If you'd like to tune into that, you can tune in on the iHeartRadio app or on iHeartRadio.com. Just all you got to do is search WLRA. You can hear that radio coverage again happening tomorrow, starting at 5 o'clock promptly. We've got some other sports happening right here on Lewis University Television Network as well.